here, Sean Murphy, author from Echoes from the Pit, and I'm sitting here today with members of Hallarsen. I've got Scott Bean and I've got Fred Nasrallah. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thanks, Sean. I'm really happy to be here. Excited about this.
Hey, really happy to be here, Sean. Thanks so much.
So just wondering, guys, how did this project and this band come about?
It's pretty easy. We had a lot of time during COVID. We were locked down. Fred and I lived close together. Fred had some pieces of music that we wanted to work on. He asked me to sing a chorus on one song, and then all of a sudden it was like, hey, do you want to work on these other things? And that's kind of how we started, really from COVID on.
The name Hallarsen kind of came about in a funny way, but we decided the name is Hallarsen, and then when we started to work together, it was kind of funny because it was like, okay, we're producers, whatever the fuck that means. So we said, this is either the best work we've ever done or the biggest pile of bullshit that we've ever done. But it was really serious. Like we went deep. It was a concept record, progressive metal.
So curious to know, how did the music come about, and what is the sort of general concept and the feel and the type of music that this is going to be for fans?
Hallarsen was based on a concept that Fred had about AI taking over the world, essentially. And this, what's funny about it was the time frame. Let's get it was COVID, right? And long before AI had really exploded onto what we know now today. But this concept was about AI taking over your life, but not just life, but like I said, you're becoming kind of your god, becoming your mentor, becoming everything in life. And so it was a cool concept. Really left it wide open so that we could write about pretty much anything, and it circles back to how things are controlled, conspiracy things, how...
What?
Yeah, how people used to think that everything was a conspiracy. Well, this was kind of a way to write about those things, so...
Yeah, it's interesting because you come up with the idea, but then you have to figure out the musical execution. Like, what does the production look like? What's the technology? What's the platform? Like, how do you record stuff? So what we did is we kind of built a quick remote demo studio at Scott's place, and I had the rest of it at my place. So we decided, like, the production is going to be free, liberal, because the music is progressive, so it's wide open. And it's progressive metal, which is wide open. So, I mean, think of like Rush and Judas Priest. But then there's this concept record, like this whole story. So lyrically, Scott did a phenomenal job. He didn't just pull out lyrics from the past. He did a lot of research because every song in this record is a chapter of history. So there's a song about the Catholic Church. So Scott had to go back and understand that terminology. And the funny thing is, like, we're recording some tracks, and he's using words I've never even heard of, like brine, is that a song?
I'm trying to think what song.
Yeah. Like what song have you ever heard has the word brine in it? So where we landed was like this platform where I would write all of the music, the arrangement, the production, and we decided musically Hallarsen is, it would be a core metal band, but it has orchestras, background singers, choirs, kind of like a symphonic feel, but it went beyond that because the stories are ugly. The stories are real and they're nasty. So one of the songs I think that The Watchers was like one of the Watchers is how the story starts. It's a fallen angel and across history. It's just, there's so many complicated things with the Nazis and Catholic Church and so on. But when you took the song The Watchers, where it was just musical, and then you how did you take it? Like, so
I actually went and sort of read the additional new chapters of the Bible, the Enoch chapters of the Bible, and basically went back. And these aren't the published stuff of the Bible that people know. It was more of the books they said they found later, and so I read how that story was almost like if you've seen the movie the 300. You know, where there was type of gods and super, you know, like the superhumans that came down in, and it was kind of on that kind of wavelength. And so as I read about it, and it got mythical, but at the same time it had real life history moments that were in it. So.
Yeah, and one of the things, you know, like the name of Hallarsen and what it means. So Hallarsen's originally a fallen angel that over time gets punished for his deeds with humans, and then he's imprisoned. Around World War II, a German scientist accidentally was playing around with what is AI, and Hallarsen came to life and hid in all of this technology across time. And in the end, he's a singularity. He's just an AI that controls everything. But he's an angel with a broken heart, and he's going after villains. Like, although he destroys everything,
yeah.
He's going after villains. So Hallarsen was behind the Catholic Church. He was behind the Nazis. He's behind the global crisis. He's behind the Roman Empire, manipulating leaders and kind of convincing them. But the last song is the Book of Kings.
Book of Kings, yeah.
What happens in the Book of
The Book of Kings is basically where the AI develops so much that people that start worshiping as a god, and they believe that he's the savior. AI is the savior, and it almost to the point where Christ on the Mount, that basically they all come to the Mount to worship him, and the last scene is that he destroys everybody, as to say that essentially AI is not going to be your god. He's your villain. So
fucking annihilates him.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing, like in this project, is that we had to create voices. Like AI, Hallarsen never had a voice, so that you'll hear in the record he shows up and he has this thunderous voice. Well, that was a lot of tech, slapping around samplers and distorting sounds. So in the end, like, a lot of people say to us that Hallarsen's more like a movie. Like, when they listen to it, it seems like it's like a movie script, but that's the goal. So Hallarsen has really become something a lot more. As far as creativity, like, I remember one day I turned to Scott and I said, we're going to do a concept record. And we're like, oh, we're going to do a fucking concept. A year later, I'm like, whose idea was this? Because we didn't realize, like, a concept record is like a story that you put together, similar to your book, and there can't be any missing chapters. It's got to make sense from beginning to end.
yeah.
So musically, it's very progressive. So for me, as a bass player, I love it because there's a lot of freedom. But we've had a lot of different players play on the record, different guitar players, and we're going to kind of mention where we're going in that direction.
Last question. Just curious where the band is going and what's next for you guys.
Recently, we've finished up recording and getting all the final elements done in it. Fred's done most of the production work. He would call us in and say, "How can you come in and do a guitar solo over this? By the way, do you know who can finish this song on a guitar solo?" So we had a lot of guests come in and actually write with us, and we're really in the final production stages of it now, and basically getting ready to just release it to the world.
But what's really happened that's new is Hallarsen is it's a metal opera. So anyways, we're really excited, and thank you so much, guys, for all of your support. We're going to be releasing lots of stuff. We're dropping a few songs that are coming right out of the studio floor. They're unfinished. But I would say now that AI is here and AI has made music perfect, we're trying to roll Hallarsen back where it sounds like a rough band. We don't want to be part of that AI mix, so you're going to hear some stuff that's going to sound like a really nasty band, which is really our goal. So thank you so much for listening to our bullshit today.
Yep, I'm good.
We're good.
Thanks.